I'm JC at Motorcycle Superstore. This is the Sidi Crossfire TA boot. It's a motocross boot, off-road, enduro, desert, any kind of dirt application. Now, the thing that makes this special is that it's the top end for Sidi. There is a Crossfire 2, but for many years this has been the top offering, and it is a great boot. So, you have a Lorica construction. This thing is like leather, but it's a synthetic material. It's going to be much more durable than leather. On the inside is a cambrel liner. That is a synthetic as well. It's a very long-lasting liner. Now, this thing is totally replaceable on all the hard parts. So you can see the buckles, which are cam lock, best on the market in my opinion. This thing has no equal. It is a great buckle system. Very easy to use, opening or closing, and these straps are replaceable as well. These are really good at keeping their position. Once you get them in place, adjust them, you're done. You don't have to mess with them. Another thing that makes this boot special is the flex system. It's actually a dual flex system. You've got the main pivot here on the ankle. They've done a good job of updating this so that it's now a smooth interface with the motorcycle. It's not a pressure point, and that is seamless up into the heat shield here, which is a tacky rubber material rather than the leather that you're going to find on some other Sidi boots. Now, the hinge system though. So you got your traditional hinge here. It's flexible, really easy out of the box to get comfortable with, and then you have a secondary flex, which doesn't really work so much going forward, but more going backwards. It's this small pivot here, and what this does, it allows for you to lean back on the motorcycle, so you can see just how far that thing will go. That helps with shifting when you're trying to get your toe underneath. It also helps on steep inclines when you're going down, you want to get back on the bike. So, not very flashy, but you can definitely feel it on the bike. It's a very flexible, comfortable boot. It's very thin. It's thin this direction because it does not have a booty on the inside, which means it doesn't retain heat and it doesn't retain moisture. It's also thin here because it has a very narrow toe box, one of my favorite things about it. So it's a great boot for shifting. The TA sole has a lip on it, metal here on the tip, so if you're a little sloppy on your shifting, it's going to help save you there. I've noticed that personally quite a bit. Reinforced toe box, reinforced heel cup. This also has some ridges on it, which is going to help if you like to pull an upshift with your heel off of the starting gate. The sole, this is the TA sole. It's very rigid, but it does not use a steel insert. It doesn't have a steel shank in it. It's a composite, so it's not going to rust and break down over time if you get it wet on the inside of the boot. It's very stiff though, I can tell you that. The boot uses several different sizes. You got 7.5 all the way up to 13. I find the sizing very accurate. I'm an 11 and the 11 fits me perfect. It's got a lot more built into it as well in terms of maintaining it. All the screws can be adjusted and tightened. You can get some extra ones in the box. The shin plate here, all this is replaceable, and also these screws are adjustable. You can spread this out. It's going to make more room if you have a larger lower leg or if you have big knee braces that go down inside. The Velcro system on it is big and burly. There's the cambrel liner we talked about, great against resisting mold, and you're going to find no booty like we mentioned, so nice and easy. It's extended up with a little bit more leather here to keep the heat protection a little higher. You've got elastic on top and you have the gaiter on the inside. So like I said, very good at resisting water. This is the only vent you'll see on this Sidi Crossfire. It's here on the back. They can be a little bit hot at times. Now let's talk about the sole a little bit. This is the TA. This is what the SRS sole looks like. You can replace these quarter turn screws yourself. You can also order a Supermoto sole or the Enduro sole. This is the Crossfire 2 boot. We'll do a video on that also. Here's my personal Crossfire. I've gone with the Enduro sole because the TA itself and the SR can be a little bit hard. It's not a real gummy rubber, so it doesn't grip the foot pegs super tight. This Enduro sole works really well at that. It's got these big lugs. It bites onto the foot peg a little better. This is what I've been running this boot for now 5 years, and it's in great shape. If I need to replace it, I can, but I don't even have to. It lasts forever. Spice up your Sidis, keep them looking fresh with a little SC1 from Maxima. Spray that thing on there, they'll look like new because it is a lot of plastic material. Sizing, like we said, ranges across the spectrum. In the TA, you're going to find black and white. In the SRS model, you're going to find a spectrum of colors, so go ahead and find which one you like best. Leave some comments. I'd like to hear what you think about these boots. Leave them on the video here or review it on motorcyclesuperstore.com where you can get more information and see the full spec breakdown on these Crossfires. I'm JC, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe on YouTube for more product videos.